As you can see, we're operating out of shipping containers and making the best of what we can. And our members have done an amazing job. It works, but it's not also what we'd expect when we're running world-class training and trying to showcase Tasmania. So when teams arrive, either for deployment, so our surf lifesaving trained teams, or trainees from around Australia or international, they would come in. So we'd be briefed out there in the gravel car park. They would then come in. We would ask them to come in through here, and the team would set this up in a sort of a logical way. Where they come down to the end, they'll be issued a bag. So as you can see, it's quite crowded in here, even with a few of us. So imagine if it was a life-threatening, we need to respond now, people have to get their gear. But even when we've got 8 to 10 people training, and we could take groups of 20, but fitting 20 people in here to gear them up, kit them up, and also that experience. They come in here and see the gear and it looks great, but it's again not what we expect from world-class training.
Let's start off with you, Adrian, because you're one of the, you go out on the front line, doing rescues. You were an Australian story. What sort of difference would a new purpose-built centre of excellence make for you?
Oh, look, I think that's the pivotal for what we're trying to achieve nationally with Surf Life Saving Australia, and to showcase what Tasmania is capable of doing in the long run.
And it is pretty remarkable to be able to have something that's globally recognised, but isn't actually recognised much in Tasmania.
That's so true.
It is strange, isn't it?
It's very strange. It's it's like what's come out of the Australian story has now gone worldwide. And people are interested about our capability and what we're offering, and what we can offer is second to none around the country, and also working with partner agencies internationally as well, not just nationally.
Globally.
Globally, and also within our own state. Working with other emergency services.
Yeah, because you go and put yourselves in the hands of, don't you, of the emergency services.
Yes.
And you work to their direction, but you use your expertise.
That's correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we've got a niche little market that we can offer other emergency services, and we've got some gear and equipment, and the funding that we're after is crucial.
Yeah. So what are you going to do if we can manage to get that $5 million out of the state government and get matching funds? What does 10 million buy? What have you got planned?
So that builds us and buys us a state-of-the-art Swiftwater training centre where it's close to the airport, strategically located for people to be able to fly in. We're already training most of the states and territories in Australia. We have 18 countries have all expressed interest to come to Tasmania and train, and it'll give us that centre for them to come in and go, wow. Not only is the training amazing, the venue, the facilities to be able to provide that quality training and back that up, but it gives our volunteers as well that place to respond from, to come in when we've got flooding alerts, flooding warnings. We can set up the gear and equipment and have that rescue ready, rather than members coming in and then having to pack it.
Let's be honest, your facilities are not great.
No.
I mean, the fact that you actually managed to make this work essentially out of containers and sheds is quite remarkable.
It's a testament to Surf Lifesavers, and that's what they do. And you'll see that around the country and around the world. But we need this centre. We're going to continue.
And one hates to talk about cold hard cash in periods of budget restraint and so on. But the truth is that $10 million will prove as a sort of investment over the long term, if only in lives, but also financially, right?
100%. And we're seeking, because we know the budget pressure, 50% of that at 5.26 million, knowing there's some significant federal dollar-for-dollar grants that will enable us to apply for. And then that return in economic impact assessment is 19.97 just during the construction phase, 73 local jobs, and then ongoing injection of over 2.2 million into the economy from those coming here and training and what they're injecting.
And that's actually from consultants that you've engaged to show that there is actually a business model involved.
That's correct. And that's not the cost of life saved as well. No. So even in the last 12 months for flood swiftwater rescue jobs, that value of life saved is over $20 million.
There you go. Have you got any questions?
I think it's amazing. I don't think people realise the extent to which you are globally recognised.
No.
And if they did, what you're asking for is an absolute pittance.
No, thank
Would
you.
highly support you in that.
Yeah. No, we seriously do support this. This is something that if any of us are elected, we will absolutely step up and support. It's value for money. It's life saving.
Yep.
And it's Tasmanian.
That's right.
What more can you ask for?
It promotes Tasmania. It utilises our uniqueness, our river systems, and while it's doing, it's actually generating clean power.
Oh, there you go.
Even more of a benefit. This is the bricks and mortars, the plans that are on land that's already purchased, a DA that's approved by the Clarence City Council, and is shovel ready, subject to the funding.
Right. So you can actually, with the right amount of money, you could actually start this tomorrow.
That's correct. Yeah, we're going through proper procurement, getting the builders in place, and off we go.
Yeah.
Dirt's turning.
Right.
10 months later, we're running training out of it.
So this is where the money that you're trying to raise will go.
That's correct. This
Yeah.
is where it'll go. And the dollar for dollar request will support us. There's, out of the significant natural disasters, there's some federal grant programs, the Disaster Ready Fund, which we've been successful in round one. We've used that to generate e-learning resources and training, which we're providing for SES, Tasmania Police, Ambulance Tasmania already here. And just professionalising our resources and sharing those. There's another 2 rounds of that with $139 million of capital funding on a dollar for dollar basis that $5 million would allow us to apply for. So what we've been able to do as the Centre of Excellence is actually trial a range of boats, and it's where we've now come to modifying these boats to be fit for purpose. So they've got additional armour, we've reduced entrapment points, and we've actually made them safe for people to use in these flooding events. Surf Life Saving Tasmania with the Centre of Excellence really fortunate that on our team with staff and our trainers, we've got people who have been in outdoor recreation, they've been river guides, they've been rafting guides, they've been down to Franklin. They've seen what's gone wrong in fast flowing water.
With inflatables.
And just with
rafting.
equipment and rafting. So they've been able to help us, again, modify boats that we're seeing other emergency services use, because I've seen Surf Life Saving use them in surf, and then they're going into flood. Whereas we're now doing modifications and leading in the country in what is fit for purpose, what's safe, what will keep the rescuers safe so they can do their job. And it's the same with the PPE and other gear and equipment we're finding, because flooding events by nature, hazmat events, there's contaminants.
Very hazardous, aren't
exactly, and we've learnt that, and we leverage and work with our international partners and learn from what they've experienced as well, and make sure, because when you're responding, the last thing you want to do is lose your responders on day 2 in a 40-day flooding event.
I don't know about you, we are all independent, but to me, even in a time of real budget restrictions, this is a good investment.
Yes. This totally matches with our brand. This pays for itself in 2 years. So an initial support from us and the federal government, it's a no-brainer, win-win.
Seems to be something very Tasmanian, to punch above our weight in terms of producing excellent resources and services which go not only within Tasmania but Australia-wide, international. So we really need to start supporting initiatives and businesses like these, because these are the kinds of jobs that we want to see into the future.
Great investment. Surf Life Saving Tasmania is a leading organisation globally. It deserves support and we should be proud of it. So let's get behind them. Let's get that money. Let's get that Centre of Excellence.
Authorised by Peter George, 6777 Channel Highway, Deep Bay.